Yeah. Yes. Gamers Riser. How are we today? Um, I'm literally just putting the football on now. I've got to sign in again. I completely forgot. What's happening? Sorry. I do apologize. I don't know what. I was just, right. Am I logged in? ITVX isn't working. That's great. That's really great. I had another issue before, like on the last stream. This happened with the iPlayer. I am back. I can only apologize for what has happened. So I have a VPN, and obviously you can only watch ITVX through the UK. So I disconnected it, shut down my laptop, didn't work. So then I had to shut down my laptop again without the VPN ever being on the second time it was on. It's so stupid. Without the VPN ever being- Like, this happened with the iPlayer too. I was literally just gonna put the match on my phone and just react to the comments on the laptop screen. That's how far I was willing to go. It's so stupid. And thankfully now they're actually out at 38 because I remember on Friday, Butter Dross was watched. Nobody really came out until what, like, I don't know, 43 or something. There's Mark Gay. Hey, gay. Hey, don't like gays. Crazy. There's Cole Palmer. And then I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Do. Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Do. Wine, sex, no drugs, no wine. Do. Ah, it's a great song. It's an absolutely great song. I've looked at the lineup. Something that I've never really thought about is how awful the strikers are that are English. Anthony Gordon is playing up front. For whatever reason, he's playing up front at my club, Newcastle. Not Sydney FC. I followed the A League or will do on this channel more. However, however, I just followed the A League as somebody that supports the Matildas and the Socceroos, but also got to show love for England. England. Quick update. I believe the Gillian Anderson video, part 4, may be pushed back. And the reason for that is I need to collect something which wasn't available on Monday, which was news to me before I made the video. And because I'll have to leave work early, because obviously it's bank holiday, it's Easter Sunday, whatever. What I might do is unfortunately push the part 4 back, because if I'm down there on a Friday, I may just go to see my auntie and my uncle, because family's more important than this YouTube channel to me. I'm not very consistent, but what YouTuber is. There was something in his, because I think I said it would be out by Saturday, or at least by Monday. There was something in the back of my head, but I kind of forgot. I think subconsciously that I was meaning to pick up a South Shields FC shirt from the Sandancer shop down Ocean Road, because I need like just another one to wear. And I was like, I knew there was something, but I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was. And obviously, I think I remember today because I was like, I'll get them done. And obviously, if you can collect something, it's only like a certain amount of time, and with it being the South Shields are playing on Monday, which I kind of forgot about as well. Because Friday is Good Friday, Saturday's fine, Easter Sunday, but South Shields women are playing, and then it's like I don't know, because I don't know if they'll be open on Easter Sunday. I don't know. Obviously, if I don't get an email, that's fine. But yeah, I may have to leave the stream briefly just to see my dad. 'Cause he's out right now. Apparently, there's 7,500 Japanese. Fair dues. I do like the Japanese. Obviously, I don't like them because of the Matilda's defeat. But anime, I'm not a weeb, but there will be anime watched on the channel. But Takashi Miike is one of my favorite ever directors. He's going to be rewatched for the channel. And he's Japanese. Sion Sono, I want to get into. The director of Tetsuyo the Iron Man, I want to get into. I looked her name up last night and I forgot she's directed Fatal Frame, a few Twilight Syndrome movies. Never watched her stuff, but it seems like she'll be right up my alley. Marissa Asato, I think. But obviously, I wanted to watch her a few years ago, but I never got around to it. And this was when I was looking at like other Japanese directors because I was really appreciating the cinema that Takashi Miike was delivering. But yeah. So the video may be pushed back. I don't want to make an announcement just yet. If it is, that's fine. I will make it up to you because I did have a bit of a nightmare trying to look originally for the Gillian Anderson French painting documentary, but I managed to find on the movie company's actual website a stream for £5, which runs out by the 12th of April. The video will be out before that, anyways. But yeah, so because obviously tonight it's the England watch along. Um, Tomorrow I'm busy with work. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back and we've just kicked off. We've just kicked off England. Sorry, I'm gonna have to turn the foot mob notifications off because I forget I've got them on, don't I? Australia won 5-1 today. Shame I couldn't watch the match. It was awful on a Friday night, wasn't it? And I thought that was just me being tired, but I wasn't. It was just the game itself being awful. Uh, Jordan Pickford clears after passing around the back. Um, like I was saying before, Tuesday tonight is the watch along. Wednesday, I've got my work council meeting, which I could be in by any time. So there's no point in trying to rush home, rush food, rush showers and everything. So I'll do like a little quiz. But I'm making a second channel tomorrow, Raging Rita, which will be the gaming channel because I quite like this being more personal. And then live streams are watch alongs. And then for Raging Rita, that'll be the food review in the game channel. This will be the reviews and sort of the vlogs and stuff, which will be nice. I don't want a third channel. I quite like that separation. But we've got the ball. Oh, nearly did. Japan have it, clear it, throw into us, I think. No, it finds its way at Elliot Anderson. No, it's not. Cole Palmer. I saw who's playing. It's a stronger team than Friday, I'll tell you that much. I was hoping Yoshinu Muto, or Yoshinu, how do you say his? Yoshinu Muto, that used to play for Newcastle. I've got a soft spot for him. I was wondering if he'd been selected. I think he still plays. He's won a few leagues, J1 leagues, I think. So good for him. He just wasn't the right player for us, but I'll have a soft spot for him always. Just I think communication issues because you know. But Japan have wiggled past, crossed in. I don't know if there's a little bit of a nick from number 18's hair. I think if he'd been just a bit further ahead, it would have been in, I think, maybe. No, he didn't get a touch. Thursday, I'm gaming with my friend. UTM13 is on the live stream. And then Friday would be the day where I was going to watch everything, literally everything, and then do the video on the Saturday before I go food shopping and to prepare myself for the 2 live streams, the 2 watch-alongs, Chelsea, Port Vale and Southampton Arsenal tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday, sorry. Which will put us in good stead for the World Cup because I plan to stream every game that I can for the World Cup. I know obviously I made like a massive junk post, but I'll go through all of the games and just to let you know why I'm not watching it. Because there's certain leagues I don't play. So don't play, don't watch. So yeah, I forget. I need to put my phone on vibrate. It's funny how nobody cares for the England matches and the watch-alongs. They'll watch me reacting to the Champions League, men or women, but England is like a no. But then the Lionesses are on international. Well, the Lionesses are playing in a few weeks. I think it's the 14th of April. Yes, Japan in the box. Decent save from Pickford with his backside. Japan have it. Gehi clears, and it's a throw into Japan. Good stuff from Japan. Again, we're just awful. And I'm not obviously being pedantic when I say that realistically, over the course of the last 50 years, we have had one of the best international squads continuously, in my opinion, in the world. Top 10, maybe even top 5 if I want to be a bit big-headed. However, saying that, we've been absolutely atrocious. The reason I support the Matildas and the Socceroos as well is because I grew up with Australian football on FIFA. I grew up on, for whatever reason, quite a few Australian TV shows. So I've always had a connection to the country, and I suppose Newcastle United also existing as a city and a team, Jets, in the A-League helped. But I don't follow an A-League team. I just want to enjoy it as a neutral. I support Inter Miami and Fort Lauderdale because, like I say, me mother, bless her soul, uh, last birthday she was alive for. But yeah, scoring with the ball, deflected, corner. She bought us Inter Miami socks from Asda for some reason. I'd never expressed any interest in any club or country outside of what they thought was Newcastle South Shields in England. But I got them and I thought, well, obviously later on, like a month or so ago, I thought, yeah, hang on a minute, it's a goal kick. I swear that took that. Maybe it just hit Gordon on the way out, but I'm not sure what the crack's going to be for Friday yet because I would prefer. I did buy the T-shirt to have it for the South Shields women's game on Sunday. Excuse me, because I've got this wardrobe thing. I'm like sorting through a bunch of stuff, and what I'm wanting is one shirt for the men's team and one for the women's. So that would be Newcastle United. That would be South Shields, England, um, Inter Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Australia. One for the men, one for the women. One jersey, one fun T-shirt. But obviously, I can't have this for the Lionesses because it's three men on. So I don't know what the crack is. But I'm like having a wardrobe overhaul. A lot will be explained in the next 6 to 12 months on this YouTube channel. Stuff that I've talked privately about with a few people. But let's just say a wardrobe overhaul is going to be a kickstart with the shave, the hair growth. Can you put two and two together? We'll see. But again, I'm just talking randomly because there's nothing happening. It's just England being England and playing very dull football. We're passing it around the back. And yes, Pickford with the ball. What's he going to do? Keep it. But I'm looking forward to the World Cup because I think it's going to be cinema. And just because it's cinema, slip from Japan player there doesn't mean it's going to be good cinema. It's just going to be a spectacle, for better or for worse. But he has Elliot Anderson running with the ball. Come home, sweet prince. Cole Palmer. He has Anderson again. Got the ball on the wing. I was chatting to someone that I know. I think she's in her late 60s or early 70s, and even she was saying that she watched the England game on Friday and was paraphrasing, flabbergasted that some of the players were called up. And if she's saying that, uh, what's Tommy Tickle thinking? But we've got the ball back. Is that Cole Palmer with it? Passes to Morgan Rogers. Crosses. Is it out? Already out for a goal kick. Um, but I'm looking forward to doing. Well, I'm not. I am, but I'm not because I've got work. But I'm looking forward to doing. Yeah, it's miles out. I'm looking forward to doing all of these different watch-alongs for the World Cup, and then the Women's World Cup. It'll be next year, and then it'll be the Euros in 2028, and the Women's Euros in 2029. And it's just every year there's going to be a month where I can't do many watch-along. So like Julian Anderson-esque uh, reviews, but I'm a bit. He has to pound with the ball. Okay, he takes it off him. I'm a bit let down, tackle, our free kick, by my review style, because I just do a synopsis of the movie. I feel like I talk a lot more better. I feel like Playing by Heart was a decent example of um, having my own opinion about the movie. as was Straight Heads, but with The Mighty Celt, it's a political movie that I don't know anything about, but as a movie, I gave it a 5 out of 5. So it's like, okay. Foden, get up, man, you divvy. What's happened to him? Let's have a look. Mate, nothing even happened. If I was England manager and I saw that, I would say, right, I've told you in training, you did that, you're at the World Cup squad. It's as simple as that. I don't know how to feel about this England kit, you know. It feels like somebody's just put the contrast on the video screen like really bright. Will Palmer with the whipped in free kick. Had a bit of a ping pong again, tennis, whatever. Elliot Anderson leaves the ball for, is that Ben White? Who's got it now? 14, is that Anthony Gordon? I think so. Yes, Morgan Rogers. Somebody said it, and I can't remember who. It might have been the woman that I was speaking with on Monday, but it felt like a B team. Either she was saying it or somebody said it. I don't know who, but they were like, "Oh, it could just be a B team," which kind of makes sense. But oh no, sorry, I think it was the guy, one of my mates at work. He was saying it was a B team or something. So I was like, "How's Madueke? I liked him at Chelsea, but to me, he's not really done much for Arsenal." When I've seen him this season, whipped in cross, gonna belt it, no, can we belt it again? No, Gehi deflected. Japan, I think we're calling for handball over, no. Whipped in, headed away, header, back, volleyed away. Um, but yeah, so all right, latest scores for the World Cup playoffs. It's 0-0 between Bosnia-Herzegovina and Italy. 0-0, 0-0 between Sweden and Poland. 0-0 between Kosovo and Turkey, and Czech Republic against Denmark. Czech Republic are 1-0 up. For international friendlies, they never did this on Friday. Wales and Northern Ireland are drawn nils each. Ivory Coast are 1-0 up against Scotland. Republic of Ireland are drawing 0-0 with North Macedonia. Cross by England, headed away. I remember when North Macedonia drew with us under Southgate, mate, they were loving it. And you would, wouldn't you? You got to give it to them. Wherever they are in the FIFA rankings, I've got no idea. But they drew 1-1 because we gave away a penalty, and they were so happy. And they deserved probably more than that. If you're North Macedonia and you're making us struggle to score against you, you deserve to win. And again, this isn't England bias. It's we have always had very good players for the international squad. We can't win anything. So if North Macedonia are showing you up, then they deserve the win. And this is the issue. Have you noticed? Hang on, we'll let this fizzle out. Can I just get to it? No, you can't. That's out. Have you noticed how we always seem to schedule international friendlies against, and I mean this respectfully, opposition that we should be comfortably beaten? Have a wild card, you know, Albania or Denmark or even Poland. If Robert Lewandowski still playing, because it's like when you're playing, and with all due respect, North Macedonia, San Marino, New Zealand, who don't even have their own footballing league, they have teams in the Australian A League, where Sydney FC are. What does that tell you? Because we've got a friendly against New Zealand, and it's like, mate, they literally share a league with Australia, the A League. Wellington Phoenix, there's another New Zealand team. and there's going to be a third one, I think, put in. How is that working when we're scheduled a friendly against them? But it's like, well, how? You know what I mean? England on the attack, goalkeeper saves, comes out, claims it, fair dues. I've never seen, and I could get cancelled for this, but it's only me on the stream, a black Japanese man. Because aren't Japan racist? Like, isn't Asia like racist to black people? I know China are, but I don't know. Politics, isn't it? We're trying to do this tiki taka nonsense and nothing's. Just get Sean Dyche. Get Sean Dyche as the England manager. I'd love to see it. Yes, Japan. That's a free kick. How come Japan are wanting it more than us? Is that not us being disrespectful to the opponent? Because no matter who we play as a nation, we are awful. And yet we're expected to win the World Cup, the Euros. The women's can. The women's team have proven it that they can do it. You know, back to back Euros winners. They've proven they can do it. We can't as a men's team. And people want to slag off the women's game, and it's like, mate, the Lionesses are so much better than the Three Lions. Obviously, if you put them against each other, body physics and all of that nonsense, but as two respective nations, or like gendered nations, the women's team are more successful. So I just wish the Arsenal women's team were bottle jobs as well. But I'm hoping, because see how all of these Arsenal players are randomly getting injured. Yes, Japan. It's funny, isn't it, how all the Arsenal players are sort of now pulling out of international duties with an injury, but they'll all be back, won't they, for their next Premier? No, they'll be back against Southampton, actually. I'll be watching that game on here. Up the Saints. I may not like red and white much, but up the Saints. Okay, I thought it was Kyle Walker's number 2 there. I was like, what timeline am I in? Here's Elliot Anderson with the ball to Cole Palmer. Crosses to nobody. Mate, and these are professional footballers. Do you get paid by a nation? Surely you do. Surely you get paid. Surely. I was thinking the entire point of me playing Football Manager and Championship Manager was to manage Newcastle United and South Shields. And I chose York City because I wanted to do a Road to Glory. But I'm going to be redoing Championship Manager maybe tomorrow night if I can, if I've got time after the quiz, which I should do, but we'll see. I know that obviously the Gillian Anderson films aren't what everybody wants, but I love talking about films, and that's why people make a YouTube channel where you've got the ball back. Via Elliot Anderson, he has Anthony Gordon, he has Elliot Anderson. But yeah, here's Gahey, Manu, Elliot Anderson. Wriggles past a few players. I don't care about ball possession, mate. 67%. Japan's done a lot more with it than we have, okay. But yeah. Is that 67 plus 33? That's 100, isn't it? Mate, I've came off work, okay, just leave us alone. 77, 87, 97. Yeah, it is. Oh, right, okay, that's fair. What a job David Moyes is doing. I like him. I think he's a silver fox as well. But I like him. Not much to say about that. He's doing well for Everton, and I said, but it's actually funny. He has Pickford with the ball, clears, getting closed down by 2 Japanese players. He has Anthony Gordon. It's funny because I said that after the first half season Nuno had with Forest, I went, they could be challenging for Europe next season. Nothing was documented. The channel wasn't brought back then. I should have stuck a bet on it because they did end up in Europe, sort of in an unofficial title race for most of it, and then just had a massive falling off near the end. And then I said after last season finished or whatever, David Moyes would get everything into Europe. He could do. Yes, Pickford, Manu to Gahey to Pickford. Pickford. Japan are pressing relentlessly and we're getting too afraid to leave our box, which is pathetic. And by our box, I mean our half, but honestly. But yeah, 0-0 England, Japan, 21 minutes in. It's not been an eventful game again. Japan have had, like, we just play awful and we're expected to win tournaments. Go up. Look at this, playing all this fast nonsense and we can't even keep the ball properly. Japan have thought, what, they've had like 33% possession, which to me means absolutely nothing. They've done a hell of a lot more with it than we have. Absolutely abysmal. Yes, Elliot Anderson, Cole Palmer. Excuse me. Tired of work, tired of. I don't even want to watch England. He has to pound the ball. I kind of watch England to hope that they lose. 1-0 Japan. What was I saying there? Exactly. Is that Matoma? I said I watch England to watch them lose because that's all you can do. It's pathetic. And it's not because it's Japan. You know, Japan have always been a bit of a dark horse in the sense of they've got solid players. People like to go to Japan to retire as well, so obviously you know that they've got like a decent like facilities and stuff, I suppose. Cole Palmer dispossessed quite easily. And it's just a quick counter. Could have been offside actually. In fact, he was. I think there was an offside in the build-up. I don't think the goal will stand if VAR intervenes. Japan have just scored. Karu Matoma. With the highlights, I'm seeing an offside in the build-up. But the issue is, right, if this was Newcastle or South Shields or any other team I follow, I would be absolutely livid. But for England, I just don't care. And I don't care because, what's happening? Is there a water break? Give over. A water break? What's happening? Why is there a water break? Mate, it's not even that hot. What's happening? Why is this where the 3-minute advertisements are going to come in or something? Why is there a water break? Unless the Japanese need it, I don't know. I don't know why there's a water break. Are they doing a VAR check? What's happening? Fourth official is walking at the halfway line. Better not be any racist chance or whatever. Just not on. And then might have a drink when this racist chant's being thrown. But obviously something's been done, said, thought about. So I don't know what's happening like, but we're having a water break. We're 1-0 down. Electrolytes aren't going to help. Electrolytes aren't going to help you string a few passes together. So unless they need it, I don't know. Looks like the goal will stand. Haru Matoma. I like Matoma. He's just made of glass, unfortunately. Why on earth are you giving a manager, right, who's not even had a managerial stint in a tournament for us, a contract extension? mate, he's had respectfully mostly easy teams. I remember watching the Senegal defeat. Even Gareth Southgate wouldn't have lost to Senegal. And obviously they would go on to win the AFCON. Sorry. They finished runners up, didn't they? Shot by, is that Nico O'Reilly? Yes. He'll be on a bit of a high after the Carabao Cup win. England have never excited me. Roy Hodgson, uh, Big Sam, Gareth Southgate, and now Tommy Tuchel. No England manager that I've had the displeasure of watching as a fan has made me feel excited to watch England. Whereas with Newcastle, obviously, we did used to play well under Eddie Howe, attacking brand of football. Sometimes we still do. Um, and at least with Rafa Benitez, I trusted what he could do with the club, given enough time. South Shields, we try to play on the front foot quite a bit. It's annoying when we have to play possession based or whatever, but as long as you win, can be annoyed all you want, but as long as you win at the end of it, then it's all worth it. But he has Anthony Gordon. Japan have got bodies back. They're treating it like it's a World Cup fixture. Yes, hello UTM 13. I know Cole Palmer was very easily dispossessed, and it was just, to be fair, I think Matoma was offside. There was no VAR check. I don't know why there was VAR on Friday when it was another friendly. I do think he was offside. Not Matoma, sorry. Whoever passed to Matoma. Whoever the assister was, I think he was offside. Um, and then they had like a water break, and I thought, okay, it's a VAR check, or maybe, God forbid, obviously, some England so-called fans chanting racist stuff after the Japanese had scored. But I don't know what the water break was for. It's not being that hot. But he has Anthony Gordon dispossessed. And I was just saying, like, all of the England managers I've watched in my lifetime, Roy Hodgson, Big Sam, Southgate, and Tuchel, none of them make me feel happy, excuse me, to be an England fan. Nobody has excited me as a manager to watch. Of course. It's pathetic, isn't it? A 3 minute water break. Actually, I was like, is it going to start now? There should not be 3 minute water breaks. Unless it's absolutely scorching in America. It's pathetic. How are you, anyways? Here is Elliot Anderson, the Geordie himself. I know. I wouldn't be against a stop clock situation like in rugby because it's just too much time wasting. Yes, Gordon to Cole Palmer. I saw that. Was that partially inspired by my Championship Manager live stream? I am making a gaming channel, so if you do want me to send the channel to you when I make it tomorrow, let us know. Because I'm just going to do a Newcastle career mode. That was the point of playing Football Manager, but I wanted to do Road to Glory. But then it's like, you know, what's the Pentagon? Yeah, is Anthony Gordon with the free kick? All right. Are you going to use this team? Have you seen me cap? It arrived all the way from Australia. At some point last week, he has Anthony Gordon chipped into the goalkeeper, who more or less comfortably saves. Nico Riley trying to put him off. What's the possibly referring to? Oh, Sydney FC. I was saying I don't follow a team from Australia. I support the national team. I just want to watch the A League as a neutral because I grew up on playing the A League a lot on FIFA. Newcastle United Jets, and I think Central Coast Mariners I played as. Adelaide United stick out to us, but I like Perth Glory as well because they played in purple. Obviously Sydney FC, but yes, Japan with the ball again on the attack. So you've got the Champions League, you've got the CONCACAF, you've got the African Champions League, you've got the Asian Champions League, and what's the other one? Because CONMEBOL is the African one, isn't it? But yes, Japan. All right, I thought they would have just been in CONCACAF. All right. Yes, Japan. Ball at the box, stopped by Gahey. Japan have a shot over the bar, but you trust them to score. Are you going to be doing the women's Champions Leagues as well? Because some people have talked about that. There's like I think altogether that'll be like a nine-agon or maybe not a nine-agon, but there was someone on Reddit. Because there'll be the Women's Asia Cup, but I don't know if the A League is in it. Which leagues do you have loaded? Because I know like you have an option, I think. Because I want to play. Yeah. Um, I do want to eventually play modern Football Manager, but I want to start from the first sort of release. But I know that there's season mods, isn't there, for like Football Manager 2022, for example, has like a season 0102 mod. And then it's like, do I just play them? Because it's going to be difficult to track down the Football Manager games. Oh, he's took the Saudi money. He's took the Saudi money. Don't talk to him. He doesn't care about the sport. All he cares about is that sweet, sweet dosh. Laptop needs to be put on charge. Bear with us. All right. Well, what a coincidence that I was saying that. But that's what I'm. Here's Anthony Gordon with the ball from the laptop on charge. Here's Anthony Gordon. The wiggles about. Here's Manu. Here's Anthony Gordon, who passes to Cole Palmer, who shoots and it hits the bar. Because that's what I want to do. Like I want to. Bear with this while I put my laptop on charge. Like I want to play the original Championship Manager games and then Football Manager. But obviously, it's going to be a lot more harder to play like FM 2012 and 2013. So I don't know what I want to do regarding that because it seems to be easier to find MS-DOS games than it is PC games that were only physical. Why should I do that? What's the winky face for? It seems suggestive. England with a short corner. It seems a bit suggestive, that winky face. I don't trust it. I don't trust you as well. I've got a Sydney FC hoodie coming as well. Because I was going to follow an A League team, but I don't think I will. Maybe I don't. No, I don't think I will. With Inter Miami, I got the socks from my foster mother, bless her, but there's no connections to one team. All right. How would that work? I would be putting it on the channel, by the way. I want to make money off you. Yeah, you're going to be my guinea pig for the financial stuff as well. Don't worry. The only money you'll get is I'll pay for your season ticket the season after the next. No. Well, so what's are we Mad Dog and Eddie Howe? Like what's this? Are we Magne and Busted? What's the dynamic? Or are we Guardiola and Klopp? Are we Fergie and Wenger? Keegan and Fergie? England free kick? All right. Yeah. Um. Oh, I wish I could sit up to 1 a.m. to watch Brazil Croatia. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, work, football watch-alongs, film reviews. As long as I don't need to be on at a certain time, I'll be fine. Yes, Nico O'Reilly crosses, Foden, header, Anderson manages to get the ball. Yeah, well, I won't get the game until like it's either erased from Steam, like just before. Yes, Gahey with a long ball would have been offside anyways. Or see, like I was saying, it's easier to find the old Championship Manager games online, but when the games aren't on Steam, but we're only on PC, it's kind of harder. I wouldn't be able to probably play Football Manager 2011-12 or something because it's just harder to find. So I need to figure out how I want to do the Championship Football Manager games. I'll be playing as Newcastle. I'll play as the teams that I like, but I want to give it like a proper in-depth appreciation. But he has England with the ball. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm tired. How filed are playing? All right, you'll have to keep us updated, boss man. I didn't realize they were playing actually. I think someone had mentioned something about some teams playing on the Tuesday or Wednesday, but I didn't really make anything of it. I don't know if that means that they're playing Bank Holiday Monday or whatever. Yes, Gordon. Yes, Gahey, Tamenu. So what teams would we manage on the FM online save? So I think I saw a bit of it this morning, so I need to make like a Reddit account because work Wi-Fi doesn't allow Reddit without an account because of the IP laws. Like on Wiki, you can't edit. All right, tell us because I saw about we don't own St James's Park anymore. I didn't know if that was who you were referring to, but I was saying Newcastle and Sunderland in the women's league. So I don't know. All right, hang on. Are you on about us not owning St James's Park anymore? And then you're saying we could be Newcastle and Sunderland. I got you right. I've had my first day on the new shift. I finished half an hour earlier though, so I've got no excuse really. But yeah, I thought so. So it's the new. So it's the Newcastle. Have you heard the new Newcastle news? Yeah, it's. Do you want to just reread that question? What do you make of the new? The Newcastle news. I misread the for new. I'm falling asleep. Yes, because a Kwanzaa, who's it's pathetic. It's listen, I'm not for Saudi ownership, obviously. You can't choose who runs your club. They should not own St James's Park. The club should. But it's funny because PIF don't care about we all the money in the world, we can't spend it. And I don't know if you've heard the news about Eddie Howe and David Hopkins, but he has Foden who's stealing a living. He has Menu. What's that? Oh, free kick Japan. Probably be a goalkeeper to take, or a goalkeeper, the goalkeeper. Yeah, the issue is, yeah, I feel like if they sat down with Eddie and said, listen, you need to find a way to manage 2 games a week. Because I guarantee if he's in charge next season, the one game a week will be top four. We should be anyways, because we'll actually be playing our brand of football. But then it's like, if I was David Hopkins, I'd say, listen, Eddie, are you going to allow me the chance to help you manage every week 2 games workload? Yes or no? And the conversation will carry on from there. That's what I would do. He just needs to learn. I know Conte is notorious as well, but Conte wins leagues, so it papers over the European cracks. Whereas Eddie Howe just gets us into the Champions League, which is fantastic for us from where we've came from. But Conte gets a lot more leeway because he's a serial winner. Yes, Japan, I think he's onside. Could have been 2-0, hit the bar, offside. I thought it was on, to be fair, like, what's his name? Ayase. I thought he was on. Have a look. Aye, just off. But then again, you can't use your arm, so why is that? It's just, don't know why that's offside. I know my mate was playing it actually because he's wanting to live in Japan, so he took a team from the third division to the top, and he said it's fairly easy. There's either possession or counter attack, and that's so easy for you to win games with. Japan's corner, and it's saved by Pickford, well caught, rather saved is hyperbolic. Long goal kick, will Morgan Rogers get onto it? No. Number 24 has it for Japan. I like the Japanese culture. I like the films, seen some of the TV shows like that they've produced. Anime as well exists. So I've got love for the Japanese. And then obviously the song I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Do 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 do. I've only really listened to the Kirsten Dunst cover, but it's pretty good. All right. Are you talking about real kits to purchase, and if so, which ones? We're just knocking the ball about. Why do you think that is? I don't really follow Japanese football. You probably don't as well. Yes, Gordon. Yes, Gehi. Gehi. Fair enough. It does seem like the Japanese leagues would have ended and then came back, like America, um, Australia as well. Because what would you say is like Japan? I don't think football's Japan's number one sport, but I don't know what would be. Because Australia, you've got the cricket. New Zealand, you've got the rugby. England is the football. So I don't think I wouldn't say football's like Japan. Like the Japanese love football, but I don't know if it's their main sport. Is it? All right. Well, I'm not Japanese. I just from free kick, goal kick. Because I've watched. See, the Japanese just love sports. Yeah. What I've gathered is I don't think the Japanese have one set sport that they all gravitate towards. Because they've got Inazuma 11, Blue Lock, Captain Tsubasa for football. They've got Slam Dunk for basketball, which is a very popular manga anime series. They just love all the sports. So I don't think they've got one that they love. But and then sumo, obviously, that's but credit to them, they love all the sports. Yes, Pickford. Yes, Rookies. It's a Japanese live action TV show. That's baseball. No, yeah, baseball. How many added on minutes? One. Sure, the water break plus the goal is more than 1 minute, but okay. I'm not bothered. Imagine if every country just loved the sports all the same as the Japanese people did. Because, like I say, I don't think I'm wrong to say that what the sports for other countries have said will be their main ones. Ah, who are they playing? You might have, no, you didn't say it before. I don't know who they're playing. Throw into Japan. 10 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be an easy 1-0. Ah, come on, Marine. Give them an honor, says Mariner. Ah, all we need to do is win. We just need to keep on winning. But Darlow's always a difficult game for us. Always. The thing is that I don't actually mind them as like a northeast team, but are they a northeast team, Darlington? I think they are. Yeah, Durham based or something. How do I look? I'll have to like sitting back. Let's have a look. Whoa, hang on. Because past me is very much delayed. There, I think. Is that a nice close up? Go on. What can you see? You can see me cap. You can see me top. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. mm, We'll talk more about the online FM save when the time comes. I'm not against obviously doing it, but I think I would want a different team than what I would be playing Football Manager with. And because you're a City fan, why is Phil Foden starting for England in 2 games in a row? Is he though? I made the point that respectfully, so I was looking at the team that was starting on Friday. James Trafford got dropped from the Premier League for the Carabao Cup, and yet he's starting for England. Um, Phil Foden were not even getting Wolves' starting 11. And like that advert on there, I'm willing to die on that hill. Phil Foden would be a bench player at best for Wolves. Who else was starting that shouldn't? Jordan Henderson. Whatever he's done with the devil to ensure he's always called up is absolutely beyond us. But he wouldn't though. So let's not laugh. He wouldn't. Watch this McDonald's advert. Have you seen that McDonald's now having all of these propaganda adverts? It's absolutely pathetic, isn't it? Like McDonald's have had so many like recent adverts currently, and it's like, why? Who else was starting for England on Friday? Dominic Solanke. I don't mind him, but don't know. Because what I was saying as well was England, right? let's be honest. Outside of Harry Kane, we do not have a good striker. Solanke is fine. Calvert-Lewin is fine. I know I was saying earlier that it's going to be cinema. That doesn't mean it has to be good, but I honestly do think that because I'm going to be doing every watch along that I possibly can, which is really going to knock me up, but I'm excited. But I'm literally just going to be like looking, and you'll see ice there. What matchups are dreadful? To be honest, I've only really looked at Australia and England, and even then I've forgotten who we've got for both nations. So, but the way that we're playing, why are people expecting us to ever win anything? You know what I mean? The Lionesses can play bad, but they've won back-to-back Euro championships. The men's team would be loving that. So yeah, but you're saying that, but it's the World Cup. They've done what they've needed to do to get there, and even if the fixtures for you aren't exciting, Kuroko are going to be up for it, which might be good to see how a team in the lower ratings of the international table for nations does against Germany. I didn't even know they did, to be honest with you. But listen, teams have done what they've needed to do to get to the World Cup. And even if the fixtures may not be exciting, the way that I'm seeing it is Germany Kuroko is like Manchester City versus South Shields in the FA Cup. It's something that it should be a very good game to watch. Yeah, either way, they've still had to qualify, haven't they? So you're not a bald man who has a Saudi Arabian wife who's Italian and is clearly putting politics ahead of football to cozy up with Trump. So you've got no say. He does because he's got the money and he'll probably expand it to clubs soon. He's already done that with the Club World Cup, but I'm guaranteeing you now, if he could, he would put clubs in the World Cup as well. But see, I'm actually looking forward to Germany Morocco now because that's however you say the names. That's going to be interesting. Phil Foden's awful, man. Look at him, and he runs around and he's oh man. Excuse me. Hello, viewer number two. How are you? Do you know UTM 13? Who's going to be taking Bristol City to the Premier League for next season? Oh, crazy, isn't it? Apparently, it's the longest two spells with a gap in between in football history. 44 years, I think it is. I was actually taking a number two on Saturday at the First Cloud Arena before the match, and I saw it and I was like, "Is this real?" I thought maybe he had joined the club on a advisory role type thing, but no, he had actually been appointed head coach until the summer. Crazy. Who was the first ever FA Cup goal scorer and who did he play for? I don't like to really Google things when I'm on stream. I saw that. It's funny actually because I was actually watching a Jermaine Defoe Midnight Sports YouTube interview with a fan of every club on the Sunday, and then I think yesterday I found out he was the Woking manager. Do you think Jermaine Defoe will get Woking from the Conference to the Champions League in 5 seasons and then get a role in the England squad? Mm. Only a beer. They did. He's got big shoes to fill. Who names their group chat the Legends? Pick up posse. Dad's on tour. I vibe with that name actually. Absolute Tools is a nice name. The Motherhood. Famalam, that's my group chat on WhatsApp. What you doing? Taking my stuff. Is that a WhatsApp advert? Tesco Mobile. Does anybody use Tesco Mobile? On these adverts as well are pathetic. Microsoft Copilot. Oh, it's a kicker advert, never mind. There was a Microsoft Copilot advert where a niece is picking her auntie up from the airport and she's like, "Quick, Copilot, help me find a way to avoid talking about a relationship." And it's like, mate, if she's your auntie, if this was me and my auntie I was picking up from an airport, I would know what to talk to her about to avoid things. What were the two female drummers called? Anna 1, Anna 2. Shut up. I genuinely, I was like, what are you on about? I was like, what female drummers? We're not talking about music. I was like, who's Anna 1, Anna 2? And then I clicked. Shut up, man. Go to bed. Again, another McDonald's propaganda advert. Because nobody wants to work for you. Nobody wants to work for McDonald's. Nobody. Nobody wants to work for you, so you've got to do these corporate adverts to entice people. Nobody wants to work for you because it's a mess. And he's went to bed. Get in there. I don't agree with horse racing. To me, um, it's animal abuse, just like equestrian racing. Astronomers got sick of spending 24 hours staring at the moon. They decided to call it a day. That one's not funny. You've fallen off massively now. You got a good chuckle out of us. Well, on my stream, it's only saying on my stream it says one person, and that's me on my phone watching it on my account, even though it's streaming through my laptop. I know your number too, but that doesn't crop up on there. So it's just saying as of right now, number one. That's not. You've fallen off massively. Later scores: World Cup playoffs. Italy are 1-0 up against Bosnia Herzegovina. Sweden are 2-1 up against Poland. 0-0 between Kosovo and Turkey. Czech Republic 1-0 up against Denmark. International friendlies: Northern Ireland 1-0 up against Wales. Scotland are losing 1-0 to Ivory Coast, and it's 0-0 between the Republic of Ireland and North Macedonia. Or North Macedonia, sorry. Italy down to 10. Who's being sent off? And it's a red card. But for who? Chris Kamara. Didn't he retire from football? Or is this like his son? Now it's saying you're back on the stream. Yeah, you're a moon joke or whatever. No, I'm sorry. The first one got us. Bonucci. No, I swear Bastoni. Who does Bastoni play for? Um, I'll just delete your moon comment actually, because it's you made a decent one with the Anna joke with the drummers, and that's it. That's you've fallen off, man. It's been nice knowing you. You know when all these people after 15 minutes of fame and everybody loves them and then they just drop off. That's you right now. All right. Didn't isn't there another footballer called Bastoni who retired? And I don't mean Bonucci, I mean Bastoni. Yeah, could be. I think it might be a son actually, who's been sent off. Whatever happened to Italy? People are saying like the Serie A all-time 11 is better than the Premier League, but Italy haven't like qualified for major tournaments since I want to say they beat us, and then they qualified automatically for the next Euros because they lost to North Macedonia for the It's kicked off again. So they lost to North Macedonia, and then I think they failed the World Cup or something to get into. I don't know. But yes, Gehi, headers, Japan have the ball. Remember the Clive Tilsley days of England? Bring them back. Yes, Japan with the ball. We have the ball back as a nation, England. Yes, England is a Gordon tries to whip it in. It's a Japanese player, obviously. Yes, Gehi with the ball and our half passes to Menu. He likes passing to Menu. Who likes passing it back to Gehi? Let me know if you're still here, UTM13. I want to tell you something. Or query something, rather. I was on the train earlier and someone asked me to stop singing Wonderwall. I said, maybe. That's, are you expecting a child? That's the type of joke you would tell your kid. In fact, all three jokes are what you would tell your kid. That one got more of a response than the moon one, so credit to you. You pulled it back. You were 1-0 up, and then you were 3-1 down, but now you're 3-2, you're pulling it back. Have you noticed how all the Arsenal players that are internationals are injured all of a sudden? It's weird that, isn't it? We have the ball, here's Gahey, who passes to Elliot Anderson. It's crazy, it's like almost as if they're not actually injured. But who could ever be responsible for such a wave of feigning injury? Not the time wasters themselves, surely not. There's Nico O'Reilly, who beat Arsenal with his 2 goals, scored and crosses in, headed away by Japan. Corner kick, headed away by somebody. There's Harry Kane on the bench. Didn't realise he was injured. There's Cole Palmer with the corner. No substitutions have been made at half time to my knowledge. Nothing showed up on the screen. Front Mob said that Anthony Gordon was playing up front, so are they saying Phil Foden is? But anyways, she has Anthony Gordon on the wing. Manu couldn't get to it. Japan have it. Right. What did you think of Sonny Finch's performance on Saturday? Yes, Japan, good save. Pickford with his body. Japan header, Gehi headers, Manu headers. Japan have the ball back on the edge of our box. See, this is what I literally had as one of my reactions when he signed a permanent. I went, he's going to drop off now. It seems to me that when a player is on loan, they try the hardest, and as soon as they get a permanent, they go invisible. I guarantee you, if Sonny Finch hadn't signed a permanent the day before, he would have had a better game on Saturday. It's like something in the brain tells them to stop. We have the ball. Here's Foden. Here's Anthony Gordon. Through balls in, but Japan get it and boot it away. We've got the ball back. Palmer to Foden. What's being said? I've got the commentary off. Yes, Japan crossed the ball. Pickford catches. 95% of football fans can do maths. The other 8% can't. All right, Anioluko, calm down. So, who are these football experts who know everything or pretend to do so? Are you referring to Sam Matterface? I don't know what he said. Oh, got you. Right, okay, I got you. I feel like because it was in two different texts, I was just expecting it to be two different things. See, it's a shame because Eni Aluko was an absolute baller when she was playing. She played for some of the best teams in the world, has a very good goals per game ratio, ironically, I know. And yet she's kind of just ruined her reputation by what she's done by calling out Ian Wright of all people who's done nothing but try to help the women's game grow. I don't need science equations in my math jokes. The X person can do maths, X can't. So you can't. What? Mate, I've gotten off a 10-hour shift. My last caffeine fix was like 20 to 3 against Japan. I'm falling asleep, to be honest, and watching England is not helping. And I've got a dry snotty nose, probably, or whatever. Japan have the ball, number 13 in the box, low crosses. Number 14 has it, hits off. He's back. Bigford has the ball outside of his box. I haven't, but I have considered doing a charity live stream. Obviously, you know what's happened in my personal life. Obviously, I've said it on the channel. I know Mark Goldbridge does a 12-hour live stream. I wouldn't mind doing that for breast cancer charities because my foster mother, bless her, well, my mother, let's skip the foster. My mother, she raised a lot of money for charities. So I kind of want to do something like that once a year. Uh, I'll need to get a lot of. I'll have to have money. I need more YouTube subscribers to get the money income. It would be. I don't know what I would do on the 12-hour stream because I wouldn't want to be playing games that I'm live streaming that have a story mode or whatever. I could just. I don't know what I would do because I don't want the watch along or the 12-hour stream to be. He has part 16 of a game series, and you've got to. I'm not doing that. Oh, no chance, mate. Although for charity, I'll tell you what, I'll fight you in a charity boxing match. No training. Um, and I'll tell you what, Monday, 2:30 p.m. Be there or be square. We'll have a fight. England corner, Japan parries it out for a corner. Ah, Bottler. Are you sure you're not an Arsenal fan in the sky spotting it? Are we? Mate, I'm gonna be loving their drop off. Uh, I'm hoping this Carabao Cup final defeat is like put them on a world of misery and they're going to be bottling it. Palmer with the corner kick, header by England, wide, França. That's what they used to say on To Catch a Predator when they would be getting the predators in. The cops undercover would be like, I just stubbed my toe, let me go in the kitchen or the bathroom. Yeah. So when I heard that as an excuse, I think of Chris Hansen. Top dog. 5 people are on here, or 4. Hello, everybody. 1-0 Japan, 57 minutes in. Up the Japanese. I know my t-shirt says otherwise, but watching England play is like having your eyelashes ripped out. You don't want it to happen. but it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. Gay Pressures number 18, Big Fat Catches. And they've all left. I made an eyelash analogy, not a, I don't know, a child trafficking one, are we? Um, have you heard who Tottenham's new manager is? All right, substitution for England. There's a few actually. So Cole Palmer is coming off for Jared Bowen. Lewis Hall has came on for Nico O'Reilly. Phil Foden's came off and Paul Blackett's came on. And Ben White's came off for Tino Livramento. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Apparently people are saying that his brand of football's not going to be learnt in time to stop them from being relegated. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But who knows? And my mates at work are saying they would love to see Tottenham get relegated because if Arsenal do win anything, Tottenham's relegation would overshadow it. So there's Kobe Manu. I hate it when the subs come on because I've got to like remember who's who. There's Lewis Hall. Hmm. Oh, it's a bit of rough and tumble. And a Japan free kick. I would have given it England. World Cup playoff later scores. Italy are 1-0 up against Bosnia Herzegovina. Sweden and Poland are drawn 2-2. No, I haven't. Put it down. I'll get back to it when I can. Turkey are 1-0 up against Kosovo. Czech Republic are winning 1-0 against Denmark. And for the international friendlies, Wales are drawn with Northern Ireland 1-1. Ivory Coast are beaten Scotland 1-0. And the Republic of Ireland are drawing 0-0 with North Macedonia. Oh yeah, sorry, I saw something about that. The issue is, I feel like referees are becoming far too not lenient, sorry, reliant on VAR. We saw it at the Newcastle Aston Villa match in the FA Cup. Um, how awful referees are because now they can make a mistake and VAR just say, "Oh yeah, it was this." They're too reliant, and obviously it's not their fault. Well, it is, but it's not. They should always be on top of their game, but now you know that technology is going to do it for you. You're going to be a bit lazy, aren't you? But here's England with the Gordon. I thought he was going to cross passes. He has Tino Livramento passes to Elliot Anderson. Obviously, I was joking before. Dominic Solanke came on, not Paul Blackett. But one day, Paul Blackett will be on. He's better than Solanke. Is Morgan Rogers? No. UTM 13. Paul Blackett is better than Dominic Solanke. True or false? To be honest, I've always also thought that you should be able to rescind a second yellow if you realise you've made a mistake. I feel like it should just be referees' common sense. Yes, okay. Whoa, hang on a minute. What are you saying? I thought you'd be backing me up. What's happening? We have the ball. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but they're still getting too reliant on it. It's like a drug. He has Jared Bowen, obviously his first name. He has Danny Dyer's son-in-law. Free kick, England on the edge of the box. So wait, tell us, why is Dominic Solanke better than Paul Blackett? This is a very close. I think this might be the closest from goal free kick we've had all game. To be honest, I don't look at men's hairlines that much. If you want to, you can. I'm not bothered. But I can't say that I actively look at the football and go, his hairline's a bit receding. I don't think he's as good as this player. I don't do that. You know, I look at the gloves and I go, you wearing gloves? Mark White's got a thing to say to you. Did you see what's his face? Tinkler. He had like metallic trainers on Saturday. Is it? I hate stats. None of them matter. Yes, Rogers. Japan deal with it. Is that a penalty? Throw in. Let's see. Header, right. I saw it like go awkwardly, but I don't know if it hit the hand. Well, it was a good header from one of the Japanese in the wall. Two substitutions for the Japanese. Fourth official just telling them to hurry up. The two substitutions are as follows. Ito is off for Sako and Ueda is off for Ogawa. Look at this, there's spirit in the sky. I wanna go there when I die. Oh, I wanna go on the beach with Barry Smith. Big blue spirit in the sky. Go, go for a dive. Elliot Anderson, Bowen, overhits it for goal kick. Japan. 66 minutes played, 1-0 Japan are leading by. Oh, and there's another overrated footballer, Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is overrated, and I'm sick and tired of everybody saying he's one of the best midfielders in the world. He's not. Ooh, Japan having a bit of a man in the box. What's that for? And yes, I'm talking to you, UTM13. What's that? Two-digit uh, reply, thread, comment, whatever for. Yes, England with the ball. Ooh, Japan keep it in. There's a cross that was going near the goal, but he kept it in, number one. All right. How mature? How old are you again? 12. There's Pickford, who's just booted the ball. England free kick. Bowen. Uh, how do you feel about the South Shields takeover close to happening? UTM 13 against Japan and England's box filled shot wide goal kick. Yeah, it's a weird one because I don't know if I can trust them. I trust that Jeff's staying on as a chairman because I feel like he's been so vital to our success. And he has been. That if you replace him off the bat to people who are they going to care that much? Jeff Thompson's from the area, so obviously it means a lot more to him. But these are international investors who've never even heard of South Shields before. The closest would have heard of the Northeast is Newcastle United because of goal, probably. And even then, that's a Mexican Fulham. So, listen, as long as they're wanting to do the best they can do as investors, that's fine. Another water break. But I might do that. I might do the soccer aid for UNICEF watch along. Maybe. Maybe. Tommy Tuchel doesn't look too happy. Cry me a river. What I don't get yet is so I was doing some digging. I think when he had been announced as our manager, I was watching some Tommy Tuchel Chelsea videos, like highlights and stuff. And the fans in the comments were like, under him, we felt we could beat anybody. I don't feel like that watching him manage England. Apparently, under Tuchel, the Chelsea fans felt that they could just win any game. And yet I feel like, again, it's England. We can't win any game. But Rashford's on. I'm assuming that's a swap for Gordon. And Joe Garner is on. I'm assuming that's for Elliot Anderson. I don't know. We'll see how right I am. UTM 13 owes me a tenner each for the right answers. Oh, Gordon's off for Rashford. That's £10 you owe me. And then if it's Elliot Anderson off for Joe Garner, Kobe Manu, UTM 13, you owe me 10 great British pounds. I'll get the money on Monday. Thank you very much. Yes, Pickford. That's just gonna hoof it. I hate England. I hate the men's team so much. At least the women's team win stuff. What are we? See, if I was a footballer, I just wouldn't play for the country. I'd be like, oh, no. But the football's always the same. Rubbish. Go to a place when I die. You wanna go on the session, Barry Smith. Rocking all over the world. And for Japan, a substitution. Doan is off for Tanaka. Oh, he's Leeds. I like Tanaka. He's got energy about him. And Karu Matoma is off for Suzuki, who sounds like something else. Suzuki. Is that a car? No. England play the same football no matter who the manager is. It's ridiculous. Cross by Anderson. Yes, Livermental. Who passes to number 4, Elliot Anderson, who passes to Conza, who passes to Keithy. Just get the ball in the back of the net and play attacking football, for goodness sake. Big blue spirit in the sky, the place I wanna go to when I die. Cross, headed out the box by Japan. I'm gonna need caffeine when I do the back-to-back watch-alongs. Saturday's gonna be atrocious. As I was saying, UTM 13, Saturday I'm doing the Chelsea Port Vale match, and then more or less straight after the Southampton Arsenal one. So that's going to be me on from like 5 p.m. or 5:15 until like 10 o'clock or something, and that's 2 live streams. I can't be bothered. I really can't be bothered, but World Cup's going to be exactly the same. Got itchy balls. We've all been there, haven't we? Who sent us a message? My boyfriend sent me a message. It's the FA Cup. It's on BBC One or the iPlayer rather. So I thought, you know what? Any Freeview game I can watch when I've got the time. We're not playing on Saturday. I've got nothing else going on. No other football. Why not? Yes, England with the passing. The watch-alongs this week are Chelsea Port Vale and Southampton Arsenal on the Saturday. I think that's it actually. Yeah, I think that's it. Because I was going to do Arsenal, Chelsea, well, Chelsea, Arsenal women, but I can't tomorrow because I'm at the work council. So yeah, but I've decided to implement a new rule where we'll watch leagues and cups I wouldn't normally affiliate myself with country-wise if it's like second division against first or there's a cup upset on the cards, as in league standings like first division against fourth or whatever in the cup. Corner for England, I think. I wanna go to where I go. Do you know where Elliot Anderson is from, Luke? UTM 13. Logan Wolfhütten was a Germany manager, probably still one of the best names as a football manager. North Shields, corner, punched away, half-heartedly cleared away. Well, I say half-heartedly, it was a bit of a difficult one. We don't like the North Shields a lot, do we? Oh, good save by Japan's goalkeeper and kicked out for a goal kick by Bowen. Bowen is overrated as well. I've never listened to I've never listened to Sam Fender properly, to be honest with you. And I've said this to somebody. I don't like him, and I'll tell you why I don't like him. He doesn't actually support Newcastle. His friend does, and it's a gimmick. James Bay, who made that one good song in 2014, he's been a supporter since like the Ashley days at the very least. But because he's no longer a household name, he's not the one used for the advertisements. Sam Fender does not support Newcastle, and should not be affiliated with the club in any way, shape, or form. He's a mug. He is. He's been following on Instagram since the Mike Ashley days, minimum. Obviously, there's that. The only song I know is the one that everybody knows from him. I don't know if he's made any other ones that are as popular. But yeah, he's a Geordie. Not by birth, but he supports the club. So there's England. Yeah, that one. Oh, back the river, let me look in your eyes. Oh, back the river, oh my. Yeah, he supports Newcastle. Yeah, we are the ball. They should be the one that's like an ambassador. It's like how there's this American lass who started supporting us since the takeover. She's like head of this fan committee, but it's like, mate, get the Japanese fan on. He became a fan of us because he saw Alan Pardew headbutt David Miller. Get him as the head because he deserves it. Anyways, Yazgehi, crossed by Lewis Hall. Japan have they were gonna have the ball, but they just let it run out for a goal kick. I don't know if I've said this on a stream before, but I'll tell you what surprises me: how North Korea actually have a capable women's team, and I mean that as a lover of the women's game as well. But it's North Korea, who I never would have expected to be supporting female athletes. Few changes for Japan again. Nakamura is off. Machino is on. Ito. All right, so there must be brothers or husbands. There's two Itos that have came off. Suzuki. Hang on a minute. Ito and Suzuki. I think that's misdone. Kamada is off for Sugawara. I'll get back to you in a minute, UTM 13. They've made a mistake there. There's not two Itos that have been subbed for two Suzukis. The odds of that happening is absolutely ridiculous. No way. No way. Here's England with the ball. It'll flick on by Rashford. Lewis Hall has it. You're my Lewis Hall. I don't believe that. Although, no, because they did win the World Cup, didn't they? And I've literally got a police helicopter outside of my place. I didn't do it. The knife slipped. Oh, I can't joke about that. I'm sorry. No, the police helicopter's like flying around mine. I've not done anything. He's still alive. He's still in the chat. UTM 13. I was just a joke. He's still breathing. I promise. Is that a weird pullback, Lewis Hall? No. Goal kick Japan. Because I remember Cristiano Ronaldo was interviewed after North Korea, I think, drew Portugal 0-0. And he went, he would love to play for Pyongyang City. And I thought, you know what? Where are you now? You're in Saudi. You could have went to North Korea and played for Pyongyang City that you said you were going to, but you took the money and bailed. Mark Gahey is off and Harry Maguire is on. And Big Dan Burn is coming on as well. But for who? Chris Kamara? Because I don't know. I only saw Mark Gahey coming off. Konza, I thought so. Yeah, stick on Big Dan Burn when there's a corner. North Korea have won a World Cup, more recently than England as well. There was, and you know what it is? He was hailed as a very bright prospect, but politics happened because he ended up moving to a Qatari team, I think. But then North Korea weren't happy that. So I let this corner pass, and I'll tell you. Header by Maguire, surprisingly, not really cleared because I did like a massive I was going through a YouTube binge of North Korea. Is that a goal kick? Corner. If you are an athlete, you have to pay money back to North Korea as part of your contract, no matter what country you're living in. North Korea allegedly are owed a percentage of your incomes. And he went to Qatar, this wonder kid, and because the money wasn't being given to North Korea, they cancelled his contract and sent him back to North Korea. And he's had his career wasted because he's still playing. I think maybe for 25th April, people had seen he was spotted there at the training camp because he hadn't been with the club for a few years. Maybe as punishment for taking a contract that didn't give North Korea money. But there's a massive, I forgot what his name is, but he might be good on FM, like back when he was there. England's corner wasted again, but now we're in the box. Is that Nani Madueke? No, no. I thought I saw like a black bandana. But he was seen as like this highly regarded wonder kid. And that could have been so good for North Korea as a footballing institution because they do invest heavily into the soccer academies. I think there's potential there for the growth, but obviously politics get in the way. But he was seen as somebody special. And then I think after the Qatari deal was found to not pay North Korea tax money for them to have received or whatever, they punished him by making him come back to entry and then just literally probably been without a club for a few years. It's like a massive video. I don't know what he's called, but I found the video somehow. And I thought, really a wonder kid. But yeah, it's fascinating, really. In North Korea's under-20 women's won their international cup. So it's like they're investing well. It's just whether or not they can actually do it. But there's a corner to England. Tommy Tuchel looks happy. He doesn't. All right, what's his name? I can feel a burp coming. Or a hiccup. I would never sign a regen on FIFA players and Football Manager on the live streams, I don't think. Because I'm like, what's the point? Headed over by Maguire, goal kick. All right. Yeah, there's quite a lot of North Korean free agents. I don't know if North Korea are in Football Manager. I would imagine not. But I'm hoping Kim Jong Un is getting the money for the tax because he deserves it. I think that's what the crack is. Japan knocking the ball about. Lewis Hall. They're throwing. Oh yeah, well, yeah, got you. I just meant as in license, so I wouldn't imagine Sega being allowed to go to North Korea and record stuff. But there's like clips of 25 April or 25th April. That's the club name or something. They're a very prestigious team in North Korea. Yes, Maguire is born in the box. Corner? No. It's a throw in now for Japan. The only leagues I would play would be English, American, and Australian. But I may just create a club for FIFA and for PES. And I know eventually PES dies and a football is born, reborn. But it's not like Jesus on the cross, Easter holiday reference. And he comes back a better man, a football is just Pathetic. I love them, me, because you just hear the same rubbish, and it's like, give us something different. So tell us what you've got. I've probably heard it, but we'll see. Corner kick England. I thought that took the last nick off Morgan Rogers, but clearly not. Joe Garner to take this. Wasn't there another footballer called Joe Garner back in like the Barclays era? Or James Garner, Joe Garner. Am I getting the James and the Joe mixed up? Garner for Everton. I think the other one played for Everton. I think the other one played under Dyche as well. Corner kick. Header by whoever, Maguire. Lewis Hall. Saved by the Japan goalkeeper. Should listen to Paul Watson's podcast with Spencer FC. Details his trips around the world, countries like Micronesia and Mongolia. Is Spencer FC, because it's funny you say that. I saw this meme and Spencer FC was on it. Is this the same geezer that made #United? Corner kick. There's a header by England, number 15. That Morgan Rogers blasts it over. Then thank you, but no thank you. I don't like Spencer FC. I don't like #United. A club should not be formed for the sake of a social media experiment. A club should be formed as a representative, as a city or a town, not as a YouTube uh, glory-seeking thing. So I'm very much against giving him the time of day. With Dorking, it's different because I think Dorking is a place, and I think Dorking used to actually be a football club before Wanderers came along, and obviously they just reused the old badge and kind of brought the club back. Yeah, but they beat Sunderland, and the geezer that scored is a New Zealand who grew up supporting Newcastle into this year's celebration. So I'll allow it. But you wouldn't know that they don't have. In fact, they do have a place because Robbie Williams was born in Port Vale. Pans throw in 4 minutes stoppage time. Yes, Big Dan Burn to Tino Liverman to Harry Maguire. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Come on, Maroon, you couldn't have did with any favours, that way. Japan kicked the ball out. Well, away we have it. Free kick, Japan. Who sent us a message? Japan have been the better team. Like, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that Japan have rightfully won this game. They've been, for the most part, dominant with trying to attack and all of that. That's fine. We don't deserve even a draw. If we get a draw from this, that's heartbreak for Japan. They've done so much better than I wouldn't say they had any right to do, because I know that both the men and the women's teams have been improving recently with the squads, but I think everybody would love to go to Japan because it just looks like a nice place. My mate goes once a year and he loves it. The Mackim that was on the stream on Sunday at JKH World, he goes to Japan once a year and he loves it. Hagisawa, who's he? Is that a free kick? England it is. Hagisawa's not a footballer. Yellow card for Watanabe. The Japan manager having a word with the fourth official. Having a bit of a laugh. Hasegawa. Hasegawa. I knew who it was when he first mentioned it, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make you look like a right fool. Another England free kick. Elliot Anderson clutching his shin. Yellow card for. They're playing a bit dirty now, Japan. This isn't like them. Ogawa. That's fine. I just wanted to test your ball knowledge. Um, does she still play for Man City? I feel like she got to move away. I might be wrong. I don't know if it was just rumour that she wanted to move away or she was maybe going somewhere else. England free kick for the last 40 seconds. Whipped in. Claimed by the Japan goalkeeper. Yeah, she is a baller, to be fair. I rate her. I think she's one of Japan, like Japanese soccer's most iconic current footballers, both men and women, which is, fantastic, really. Like for Australia, how it's more or less Sam Kerr, let's be honest, out of both. Is the icon sour? What do you mean? Is this another joke? Put it away, and England have lost. Oh, sorry, England have lost. The midfielder is the icon sour. No, Japan have an icon on FIFA. I don't know. I just meant like in general, like Hasegawa is probably one of Japan's most notable current footballers. And obviously it's good when it's like the women's are now getting more representation. Sam Kerr, arguably Australia's biggest current footballer for both gendered nations. But it's finished 1-0. Japan have won it, and rightfully so, to be perfectly honest with you. So, yeah, yeah. But I think the only two live stream watch alongs I'm doing, like I say, is the two FA Cup games Saturday evening. I always thought that Wembley was England's ground, just because that's where all of the English Cup finals are held. But as it turns out, St George's Park is. I'm assuming for the Japanese, because they bought 7,500, which is ridiculous. Wembley's more of an attractive proposition than St George's Park. So I really wish you could send gifts here. Engage with your audience. I could do that later. Engage with your audience. So where's England's home games? All right. Is it Dzeko? I've always liked Dzeko from FIFA 12 onwards. I'm not watching the stream anymore. I'm just gonna type in here as well. Dzeko. Yeah, so why don't you agree with playing games at Wembley? Need to stop playing these games. Do you mean like the way that we set out at Wembley or just games at Wembley? Judge orders oh, Trump administration to halt White House ballroom construction unless Congress okays it. I know the Lionesses play at different clubs' home grounds that have like a certain seat allocation. And I know that we played at St James's Park as well for the men's as well. Not that I went, because why would I pay that money for Southgate Ball? Yeah, you can have a hair. It's so weird looking at the recording because obviously it's reverse, isn't it? I'm growing the hair out. I'll get like a bob cut or something. Are all of our friendlies at home? If so, that's a bit sly. You're my number one top fan according to YouTube UTM13, so thank you very much. I can go to your channel and subscribe if I wanted to. One subscriber, you've now got two. You are very, very welcome. I know that's what I'm thinking now. Not that I've really given it much consideration, but yeah, we had that. No bother. I remember the Senegal game, and obviously you look at it now and they won the AFCON, well, finished runners up, but yeah, that was a very embarrassing performance. Even Southgate wouldn't have let us lose to them. So just on my notepad up on the thing, sorting out schedulings for the Gillian Anderson Part 4 video. Most of the Lionesses' home games are at other grounds. Bramall Lane, I think, was one of the more recent ones. I might be wrong. I know they've played there before. I would take them back at St James's, but we're lost, so maybe not. I'll let you send one more thing, and then I'm going to call it a night, because I need to hop in the shower, and I've got work tomorrow, so. You too. Take care. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Up the Japanese, and I'll see yous. I don't see yous for the Gillian Anderson video because I don't know if I'm out. Excuse me, I'll see you on Saturday for the two FA Cup watch alongs. Take care. Let's end the stream.